Got one question asking, let's see here. In logical reasoning, I find myself being able to do around 20 questions in 35 minutes. I'm able to do so with almost 100% accuracy most of the time. When I go faster, I get anxious and end up losing on accuracy. What's the best way to increase speed to be able to finish the section with time left? Great question. This speaks to pacing, like I said. So you see this person here, he's only getting to 20 questions in 35 minutes when there are 25 or 26 LR questions per section. So there's 5 to 6 that he's not getting to. How do you make sure you get to those and still stay accurate? What you want to do is you want to speed through the easy questions so that you have more time for the more difficult questions that come later. Logical reasoning is unique in that the questions are in an average order of difficulty, meaning that the first 10 questions are easier than the last 10 questions. So you might, if you're aiming for 160 plus reasonably, you might aim to do the first 10 in 10 to 12 minutes, then build up a time bank to apply to the tougher questions later in the section. Typically, questions 18 through 23 or 15 through 23 are among the hardest, meaning that they will take you longer than the average amount of time allotted per section. So for that reason, you need more time for them than the easier ones, and that's why the time bank is useful. You can even flag tough questions to come back to later. You saw I pulled up with the digital LSAT, you can actually flag them on the tablet and see at a glance what you flagged to come back to later. If you're doing it on paper, that's okay too. Just mark it off with an asterisk and flip back later. What you don't want to do is get bogged down in the moment. It's too easy to get bogged down on tough questions, then never get to the end of the section. So if you find that you're stuck in logical reasoning quicksand and you're not making headway, that's okay. Just mark it off. Once you realize that you're not making headway and that it looks like it's total gibberish, skip it, hope to come back to it later. If you do, great. If not, well, that was a tough question you probably or might have gotten wrong anyway. So it's worth getting to later questions that might actually be easier. It's kind of weird, but questions 24 and 25 are sometimes easier than the toughest ones in 15 through 23. So skip, come back to it later, just blast through the easy ones. If you have a strong foundation, then your intuitions on the easy ones in the first 10 are probably solid.